Satnam, and welcome to the art of meditation. Meditation is something that we've all heard about, and most of us agree that it's very beneficial. So the question is why aren't we all meditating? It's a good question. I don't know. But what I do know is that there's so much misinformation out there. There are so many teachers and guides, mentors and gurus, and there's so much nonsense on the internet when it comes to yoga and meditation that it's not surprising we just don't know where to start. So, let me share with you the 5 key principles that will serve you across all meditations. It doesn't matter what it is. These core principles are present in each and every meditation. So, what are they? First, most important, is the breath. Whether we're regulating it consciously or allowing the body to breathe automatically, still, we want to breathe properly. Many of us don't even know that we can breathe incorrectly, but it's actually a huge phenomenon due to the stress, the tension that's in society, just the lack of awareness that we have within our personal bodies. Many of us have started to develop an incorrect way of breathing. Without really talking about that, the correct way to breathe is from the navel point. And when we start to breathe consciously from this navel point, the body will slowly start to adjust itself so that it becomes the automatic pattern. It becomes the natural way to breathe once we encourage our body to breathe in this way. So what is this navel point? The navel point is an engagement point. It's an energetic terminal point just underneath the belly button, in at the core of the body. So it's not at the surface, it's very much in at the core of the body, deep just below the navel point. So as we inhale, try to feel the breath go all the way down the spine and feel that you're drawing the breath into this navel point. This center, this location, is the terminal point for all the muscles, the diaphragm, the intercostal muscles of the ribs. All of them are engaged when we breathe into this place. So breathing doesn't become one muscle exercise, it becomes a whole body movement. And this is very important. So the first key to meditation is to breathe correctly, to breathe into that navel point. Number 2 is that as we breathe in, the blood pressure will start to rise automatically. And to help protect ourselves, we need to engage what we call neck lock. Neck lock is the engagement of the neck muscles when we lengthen the spine up and we draw the chin slightly towards the neck, not down to the chest, but slightly towards the neck. We'll feel the back of the neck lengthen, and we'll feel a gentle engagement of the neck muscles. This is going to help regulate any blood pressure spikes from not overwhelming the brain. Very important to keep this neck lock engaged throughout all the exercises that we do, unless it's specifically otherwise told that it's all right to not use this neck lock. Third, which is probably just as crucial as the first, because there's such a deep relationship between this root lock and the navel point. Root lock is something that we hear a lot of talk about indirectly. A lot of people say pelvic floor muscles. We have to engage the pelvic floor. And in truth, these muscles are the absolute base to the structure of our spine. The pelvic floor muscles have a very intimate relationship with the base of the spine, that when these muscles are weak, the base of the spine is not able to support itself properly. And so the whole system will be off. In order to engage these pelvic floor muscles, there's a very systematic and specific way to do it. Probably why no one talks about it is because it's uncomfortable. But believe me, it's more uncomfortable for me to talk about it than for you to hear it. So, having said that, let's figure out what this root lock is all about. Root lock is 3 engagement points that slowly start to draw the pelvic floor muscles up and engage the primal energy of the body to help create a rising sensation. Ultimately, what we want to do is we want to very gently, we want to lift first the anus, not squeeze it. This is going to lead to all sorts of health problems and God knows what. But just by simply very gently feeling that we can draw the anus up, it creates an energetic line from the base all the way to the top of the spine that we'll instantly feel. Very gently, we lift the anus, we pull the sex organs in. Sometimes we say it's like holding back pee, but in fact, it's a little bit lower in a deeper muscle group than this. So for men, it is like lifting the testicles, the sex organs. For women, I'm not sure, but it must be very similar. So it's not quite the sensation of holding back pee, but it's a little bit deeper, lower. And then lastly, we want to pull this lower abdomen in towards the spine and lift it up. So when we engage these 3 separate muscle groups, very gently we feel that we can lift the anus, we can pull the sex organs up, we pull the lower abdomen in and lift it up. It creates an incredibly stable base that opens the spine up, opens the energetic channels of the body up, and ultimately, this is what is healing us. Because when the body is allowed to open up, to unfold so that it's not tight, the circulation of the body becomes much better. And the hips are the absolute core of that, because it's such a central part of the body that when the hips are tight, circulation is very poor. So we have the navel point, we have the neck lock, we have the root lock, this engagement of the 3 separate muscle groups, very gently, not forcing it. Just sense that you can engage a slight upward lift from this pelvic region. And once we've put all that together, the 4th step, the 4th key principle is to relax. Keep the physical body relaxed. Of course, the inner core muscles along the spine will be working very hard to help lift us up constantly, but try to relax the face, relax the shoulders. Feel that you can relax this outer shell of your body. And believe me that as we do that inner work, as the body adjusts itself, the spine adjusts itself, it will become much more effortless to sit up tall. That's when we start to enter the realm of meditation. Everything before that is simply the preparation to allow the body to get into the alignment so that we can enter into that state. The last key point, which we're not really going to discuss, is the eyes. All I really want to say is that when we're doing this work, it's easy for the eyes to become very focused and intense. Let your eyes relax. In yoga, there are different meditative points. There's focus points that we can actually focus the eyes to that have different effects, but this is getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. The reason why these eyes are very important, to keep them soft, to keep the gaze soft, is because the muscles of the eyes, the optical nerve, are connected very intimately into the back of the neck. And so when the eyes are tense, the back of the neck, this region will also be tense. But when we start to allow the eyes to gently relax, it'll translate into relaxing that deep part of that neck as well. So, now that we've talked about these 5 principles, let's put it all together to see what it looks like when we simply sit and breathe consciously. So relaxing into a comfortable seat with the legs crossed, or sitting in a chair with the feet flat, relaxing the arms, palms in the lap, relax the shoulders, the face. And gently, as you inhale, feel that you can breathe into that navel point. We'll feel the belly start to expand out. Don't push the belly out. Keep the belly and the chest about the same plane. So if the belly is rising out a lot, hold the belly back a little bit, but keep breathing into that navel point. We'll feel the chest start to fill up, the lungs fill up from the bottom all the way to the top. Breathe into that navel point. Allow the shoulders to gently draw back and relax. Keep your chin lock engaged. Exhale, let the breath go. Gently feel that we can engage the root lock, gently lifting the anus, the sex organs, the lower abdomen pulls in and up. Stretch up. Inhale again. As we inhale, the neck lock is engaged. Exhale, relax, feel the root lock engage. Soften the eyes, the face, the shoulders, and continue to breathe long and deep from that navel point. With each inhale, feel that the spine gently lengthens up. Exhale, feel the weight of the body settle evenly in the sitting bones. Feel yourself become light. Inhale, navel point, neck lock is engaged. Exhale, feel the root lock engage. Relax the body, the eyes. Inhale deeply. Exhale, relax. And so, these 5 principles, these key elements to meditation, will hold true across all the meditations that you'll see. But if you just remember to focus on that posture through breathing properly, engaging the neck lock, engaging the root lock, relax the eyes, you'll notice that this body becomes to reorganize itself very quickly. Just by sitting, we start to feel the heat build in the body. We start to feel where the tension is. And almost magically, we start to feel the body shift and move and release everything that we've been holding on to. So I encourage you to try these conscious breathing practices, because when each of us feels a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more relaxed, then we are just so much nicer and kinder to each other. And ultimately, we live in a world community where it's going to take all of us to help bring peace onto this planet. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you have any questions, comments, please feel free to share them with me, send me a message, and I will get back to you. Satnam. God bless you.